RavenCoin. So as we can see, it's currently priced at around 1.6 cents. RavenCoin has had a really interesting number of years now. The mining stats on Raven are really positive. In terms of proof of work, it's one of the oldest proof of work cryptos out there now. Obviously, Bitcoin's still the oldest, but actually the potential for Raven looks pretty good just off of mining stats alone. So I'm going to go through some of the mining stats along with its price history, and we'll see where this can go in this bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. They were coins that I expected were going to make me a lot of money. And if you'd have done the same, let's say you'd have popped $100 into each of the coins when I released the videos, you'd have been able to get in at these prices. All you would have needed to do is sit on these coins for around 16 months, and you'd have been able to sell at these prices. And your total profit in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, you don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolio out. We're in a bull cycle right now. September is meant to be an incredible month with money printing and rate cuts. Two of the big catalysts for the 2021 bull cycle. Next month's going to be a banger of a month. If your portfolio is not up to scratch, if you're not happy with the coins you own, it is time to do something about it. If that's you, get onto copymycrypto.com now. There's a link in the description. See what the members have earned. Read their testimonials. Watch the videos. The site is where I share with my members the coins that I own. Whenever I buy or sell any crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm buying or selling and the price that I'm buying or selling at. That means my members get in and out of crypto, same price as me, so they make the same profit. But the added bonus is, of course, they have no work to do at all. And if that sounds good to you, like I say, pause this video now, check out the site, read all about it. And if you like what you see, try it out, because like I say, we've got about a month before things really start moving. So RavenCoin. Now, first of all, really worth noting, RavenCoin is not on Coinbase. It is one of the oldest cryptos. I could easily see a world where RavenCoin ends up on Coinbase, although I will point out that in terms of volume, it's kind of weak. 6.5 million in a day is not great when the overall market cap is 228 million. Now, RavenCoin is a peer-to-peer crypto. It's aims to basically implement a use case specific blockchain that's designed to efficiently handle one function, the transfer of assets from one party to another. It was built on a fork of the Bitcoin code. There was no pre-mine or ICO or masternodes. It was named in a reference to a TV show called Game of Thrones, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with. I've not watched it myself. It wasn't my cup of tea. Bruce Fenton, Tron Black, and Joel Waite are the guys that created it. They created the white paper for RavenCoin. And they were all seasoned businessmen and developers before they started the project. There's a lot of people in crypto that were just developers, no experience in business. So good, strong sign when you've got some businessmen at the forefront of it, because they at least know how to, the systems of marketing and advertising. They understand how to build relationships in a way that maybe your average developer doesn't. Fenton worked as an investment banker, as the president of Morgan Stanley in the 90s, managing director of Atlantis Consulting for 13 years, and he currently works as a managing director of Chainstone Labs. Tron Black is a principal software engineer, developer with more than 30 years of experience, and has led several companies as CEO. You've also got Waite, who was CTO at Overstock and has been involved with Medici Ventures, which is a subsidiary of Overstock for a while now. So what makes it unique? Well, it runs very similarly to Bitcoin. Obviously, there is 1,000 times the supply. There's 21 billion Raven as opposed to the 21 million Bitcoin. They've also used a mining algorithm called Corpal, which is intended to mitigate the centralization of mining that's caused by ASIC. That's something that we massively see in Bitcoin. There's a huge centralization issue in terms of the ASIC miners. And whilst you haven't seen huge development in RavenCoin in the sense of this isn't your traditional crypto project where it's what can you build? Can you do, what DeFi tools can you add, or what gaming tools can you add? That's not the premise of RavenCoin. The premise of RavenCoin is peer-to-peer funds. And they can all, to be fair, what they have got as well is you can make your own security token within minutes and have it trade worldwide, whether it's project shares, so like a gold bar or land deeds or silver coins. You've got virtual goods, which are like tickets to say a sporting event or a concert. You've got physical and digital assets, as well as credit. So gift cards, air miles, all that kind of stuff. Very interesting, and like an interesting premise. And like I say, while there's not been a huge surge in development, or if that's what you're looking for, RavenCoin's not going to be the coin that you want to pay attention to, because if you're looking for huge ecosystem and development, look at Solana, Ethereum, Cosmos, that kind of stuff. But Raven, in terms of what they've produced, is pretty damn good. This is a dashboard created by I don't remember the person's name, that's my bad, on Twitter. Someone messaged me sharing it, and I was like, this is really cool. Very, very detailed. So it shows Raven's price over the last 4 years. You can see in the 2021 bull cycle how much it pumped. Don't forget, by the way, Raven, when it launched, it launched back in like right after the bull cycle of 2018, but it dropped to real lows. Like it dropped to, a cent basically prior to the last bull cycle. And it did hit pretty good heights. I mean, it went all the way in the previous bull cycle to 28.5 cents. Now, what's very positive is that since the merge, and that's the Ethereum merge, where Ethereum decided to go to proof of stake, the mining statistics look pretty good. So I'd like to change the time frame, but as you can see, the last month, not amazing, but last 3 years. So whilst, excuse me. So you can see Raven's difficulty absolutely skyrocketed. That was obviously the point of the merge. Everyone had to stop mining Ethereum, figure out what they were going to do with their miners. But prior to the merge, Raven's coin's difficulty was around 30, the 30,000s, really, 36,000, let's say. As of right now, in terms of difficulty, you're more than double what it was previously. So miners, whilst obviously it went to crazy heights, at one point in the 200,000 region, that happened with pretty much every proof of work crypto, but many proof of work cryptos ended up just coming back down to where they were previously. The fact that Raven has still got double the sort of mining, excuse me, sorry. Even though Raven's got kind of double the mining difficulty now, that's a sign that you've had, twice as many miners as you did a few years ago. So miners have to go where they believe they're going to make the most money. Because you got to remember, like, as a miner, they are setting up rigs. The rigs cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Then you've got the additional issue of the electricity cost, the overall running costs. So they have to go to an asset that they believe is going to be profitable long term, that is going to rise to outdo the electricity costs and everything else that they have, and all the costs that they're incurring on a daily basis, a monthly basis, and initially when they start mining. This is a very clever. Miners have to really give that huge consideration. Plenty of miners have stuck around with RavenCoin. They view it as an asset that is going to appreciate long term. I can see the same thing. I think there is absolutely a world where RavenCoin could potentially get up to 30 cents, which is a big gain from where it is right now. But that's going to depend on a few things. Do we just see another surge in excitement around proof of work? We've seen it a couple of times over the last 8 years where investors started flocking into to proof of work cryptos, especially when proof of stake cryptos were having issues or when they were showing vulnerabilities. Just generally as well, you can, sometimes a narrative just takes hold. we've seen it this year with AI. We saw it in 2021 with gaming and NFTs. If we just get a narrative of security and excitement around proof of work, RavenCoin will naturally pump. The big thing really that has to happen for RavenCoin to hit a new all-time high, and it's a big ask. I'm not fully confident this is going to get to 30 cents, but if Coinbase list them, they would get a natural sort of treble in price. They get to around 5 cents pretty quick. And in a natural bull cycle where money is just starting to flow into the markets, RavenCoin could easily start garnering some momentum. Also, what I think is worth noting is we are in the world of crypto ETFs right now. And obviously RavenCoin isn't one as of yet. I do think there is a world where RavenCoin becomes one. We might see a sort of proof of work ETF that excludes Bitcoin, in which case I think RavenCoin would be top of the list, or one of the coins that are top of the list. And with the sort of leadership that they've got in place, people that have worked at Morgan Stanley, CTOs of Overstock, big name developer, they've got enough connections that they could influence the ETF market. If an ETF kicked off with RavenCoin, you would see a buying surge, and then potentially a combined with a Coinbase listing, which I think would happen shortly after. These are the things that would need to happen for it to hit 30 cents, but I think it's very doable. It's just what kind of effort does the leadership put in to trying to get this as an ETF? It's a big question, but if they nail it, 30 cents could be hit. If those things don't happen, though, I think it is going to struggle to get to sort of 30 cents. I think we're probably more looking at a coin that peaks out at 20 cents. So it's a big if. But if those things are done, could nail it. It could nail a proper pump this year. But yeah, I think, and again, key thing is always going to be what narrative takes hold. If it's security, then maybe we're going to see a real run on proof of work coins. But let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. And guys, look, we are in a bull cycle. If you are not happy with the coins you own right now, it's time to do something about it. If you get onto copymycrypto.com, have a read through the site. Everything on that site is public record. You can verify it on the history of this channel. You will see on the site what my members have earned. You'll see the successes that we have had. It is all public record. It's where I share with my members every coin that I own. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin and the price that I'm buying or selling at. Whenever what that means for my members is that they get in and out of crypto the same price as me. So there's no damn work for them. They make the same profit as me, except they just copy along. And if that sounds good to you, if you're going, I need to sort my portfolio out, I don't even know where to get started, this is probably the site you want to check out, because September is going to be a banger of a month. We're going to see money printing, rate cuts. Those two things with the catalysts for the 2021 bull cycle. Next month could be incredible. It's time to get your portfolio sorted, guys. Have a look at the site. There's a link in the description, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye-bye.